Oh hi! I'm David, and I'm back today with 5 of my bookish pet peeves. These are only my opinions, so any book that uses these, or tropes or cliches, isn't necessarily bad. That being said, what are your bookish pet peeves? Let me know in the comments. First up is insta-love. I find this a lot in young adult literature, where the main characters know each other for all of 20 minutes and now have undying love for one another. Because, you know, love isn't one of those things that takes time to grow or anything. Next up in that same vein is forced romantic plots. I hate it when a romantic plot line that feels like it should be a subplot is forced center stage. Nothing's worse than a bad romance dominating the story. Is your novel a crazy action-packed dystopian, controlled by a corrupt government being invaded by aliens? Who cares about the impending attack? Or the collapse of the global infrastructure? Which guy is Mary Sue gonna choose? My next pet peeve is self-insert characters. Now, I know that this is a literary device to get readers to insert themselves into the role of the main character, but for me as a reader, I feel like more often than not, the main character just comes across as vague, flat, and feeling generally disconnected. You know what kind of character I can root for? A well-rounded character who has good and bad traits. While I'm on the topic of characters, let's go on to static characters. These are the characters that can get through a whole series without any sort of character growth or development. Worse yet, these are the same characters who can also experience horrific or extremely traumatic events again and again, and somehow miraculously manage to escape without PTSD or any sort of mental trauma or emotional after effect. Man, I wish I was a rock like those guys. Teflon characters are boring. It doesn't matter what the story throws at them because nothing sticks. Fifth and finally, the good old exposition dumps, forced into irregular or irrelevant places. The worst is when the backstory or the exposition isn't even setting up for anything. It's just meant to help characterize the character more. But do you know what characterizes characters? Showing me who the character is in a single scene can help characterize them more than a bunch of scenes of you or the characters telling me who they are. This is always bad, because you end up telling us about the main character in a bunch of scenes, whereas you could have just showed us more of who they were in a single scene. After all, actions speak louder than words. Well, those are my bookish pet peeves. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to drop me a like and a sub, and I'll catch you guys next week. Ah!